Welcome everybody on YouTube and TikTok. How's everyone doing? This is the second YouTube live happening right now. Franks, how are you doing, my friend? Good morning to everyone in the States. Afternoon, just gone afternoon for those in Greenwich meantime. The Elegant Witch says, hello, Fox. Nice to see you this morning. Hope your day is off to a great start. It is. Thank you. How's your day doing? How's your day going, Elegant Witch? Just to let you all know, I am broadcasting on YouTube as well. So if you can only drop in for a couple of minutes before you get off to do the rest of your day, it's all recording on YouTube and it will be up later at the end. Summer, how are you doing? I'm remembering people's names. Ooh. Let's get some background melodies. Some of you were missing me for the last couple of days. But I'm back. I'll hop on YouTube and toss you a like. Hopefully a boosted video and bring some traction. That's all right. Hey yo, I'm back. Glad to see you. I'm back too. Crazy Lady Next Door. I was actually back yesterday. And thanks for jumping over onto YouTube. If you're if you want to do me a solid, you can jump onto YouTube, visit it for a second, give it a like. You know, whatever platform you want to be on is fine, guys. I can see comments on both. So, Emma, how are you doing? Carolina is good.
I'm good. Thank you for asking.
She's good. She's going to be launching her pendulum course on Friday.
Yes.
She had the first person sign up last night, so she's 100% committed to getting it done. It's going to be what? Just one module, isn't it? How many lessons?
It's a short course. It's like you get immediate access to everything. You can go through the lessons at your own pace, but it is something you can learn fast. And then there's lots of worksheets and meditations you can work with to implement the knowledge of the pendulum with.
There you go, my friends. Could be better, says Summer. Took a bit of a detour again in my journey. Oh yeah, where'd that detour take you? Susanna, how are you doing? Eternal. Everyone in the house. How's this? I wonder if closing this, it's a bit better for the YouTube if I close this window. It's so light. Hang on, I'm going to turn up the brightness of my phone. There we go. Sounds super exciting. Congrats. Thanks, Mum Goblin. Here we go. Summer, tried skating last Thursday for the first time and ended up busting my right ankle. Oh, dear me. Yeah, that kind of happens when we get older, doesn't it? We try and do something that we did when we were a kid, and then we just end up hurting ourselves. What was it? Was it rollerblades or roller skates, Summer? Did your profile picture change, or am I going colorblind? No, you're not going colorblind. I did change my profile picture. I'm still using my logo. I just did something a little bit different. I feel like it looks a little bit more professional. I don't know. It's what do you think? What do people think of the new logo profile picture thing I've been doing? How you doing, Amanda? Angel Freeman, my friend. Hello. Everyone's piling in. Y'all missed me over the last couple of days. Oh, you like it? Oh, fantastic. I was just playing around on Canva. I was just making something, just sprucing it up a little bit. I'm glad y'all like it. How was everyone else's weekend? Shorty, how are you doing? Chili Hoop. Oh, it's good to see the new regulars turning up again. Yeah, I like the new logo. It's still the same logo. I've just kind of changed it just made it a little bit more, I don't know, whatever. Blessings to you too, Shorty. How was our trip, Eternal? It was really good. Pagan Witch, how are you doing? What have we got, Chilhu? How are you doing? Been receiving. Susanna says been receiving 222s, 242s, 111s. I think it needed to happen. And yes, well, bit of a reset. Maybe you need to sit down and recover and take that time. I was on the YouTube live yesterday, says Pagan Witch. Oh, fantastic! Thank you. Back to the question. How was the weekend away? It was good, guys. Our friend has just bought some land. Well, she did 2 years ago. She bought some land in Portugal, and she's got like her own little valley, basically, whole bunch of olive trees, and she's just kind of building some stuff on the property. So we just spent the weekend around a campfire, drinking wine, petting ponies, just doing, hermit stuff. Wee's in the house, Toru as well. Good to see ya. So I'll just mention again, just as more people are coming on, guys. I'm going live exactly right now on YouTube as well, because some of you wake up late. Well, I guess you won't be getting this message right now if you wake up late, or maybe you got to go to bed at some point if you're in Australia. So all of my lives are now going to be uploaded straight away to YouTube. So if you can't stick around for the whole thing, you can always jump onto YouTube and listen to it later. I've been trying to push the whole kind of podcast thing and doing individual interviews, but I think, people are drawn to this. So I thought I might as well just, it's no extra effort just to kind of chuck it up on YouTube and make everything happen. So who knows? Maybe this is the way it works. That sounds amazing. It was amazing. What's this? Esseros. Oh, you're new here? If anyone's new to the live, please let me know your sun, moon, and rising. Oh, thank you, Summer. Thanks for the gift. Let us know your sun, moon, and rising if you're new here. Only if you're new. Not everyone. Otherwise, we know how that goes. I made it on my exam. Felix. Fantastic. What exam was it? Shorty. It's 6 a.m. over here in Chicago, Illinois. Oh, my. Some of y'all get up early, and that's why I decided I'm going to start recording these in onto YouTube. Also, when I go to Mexico next month, I'm going to probably do my lives a little bit later, which is probably going to be a bit better for some of you out there in America. Maybe you're just happen to be waking up early. The Elegant Witch, Cancer, Sun, Gemini, Moon, Virgo, Rising. I'm not new, says the Gems. I know that. Body Lashes, how are you doing? You're new again. It's good to see some new regulars. Logistics, says Felix. Logistics, correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't that like managing transport of products and stuff like that? I mean, or does it go a little bit deeper than that? I kind of just learned that on the fly through just working over the years. You kind of figure that out. Aceros, I'm new. Taurus Sun, Sag Moon, Aries Rising. There you go. There's a bit of fire for you. My ex was a Taurus, and my fiance's mother is a Taurus. I have my opinions about Taurus. I won't project onto you though, Iris Rose, don't worry. I was making a joke. Yeah, I know you're making a joke, Megs. The Gems. Kadok Mum Goblin. My dad ended up in the hospital yesterday. If anyone has some love and light, well, yeah, we can all send some love and light to Mum Goblin's father. Hope he gets better. Oh, everyone's straight on it straight away. Felix. I'm not sure how to actually say it. I'm going to call you Felix. I hope you don't mind. Ascendant Taurus, Sag Sun, Moon Scorpio. Oh, there we are. Everyone's sending love to Mum Goblin. I want to know about this roller skating accident, Summer. Are you still on the live? I want to know what happened. Freaking Twisted says, may I ask advice on what's going on with energy in my house that's affecting my partner? Oh, okay. So is it definitely the house? I'd probably ask that straight away, Freaking Twisted. Is it definitely the house, or is it just his environment, like work environment, family, friends, Is it you? Hey, we got to explore all the bases here, right?
What's the best way to find out is?
Carolina says, do you want to know the best way to find out? What is that, Carolina?
Use the pendulum.
Use the pendulum. Yeah, actually, this is true. Using the pendulum to find out what the problem is a really useful tool. It's an amazingly useful tool. Carolina's obviously promoting a pendulum course, which she's launching on Friday.
But still, it is so true. Like, if you master the pendulum, all of these sort of questions, you can actually just get the pendulum to tell you. It can show you exactly where in the house is there an energetic problem. It can tell you where the energetic problem might be coming from. Pendulum is amazing.
Yeah, and if there's something in the house, it could be geopathic stress. That's a word I know how to say, but I don't know how to explain very well. I would have to research it. Carolina can explain geopathic stress.
Geopathic stress are connected to the ley lines of the Earth, so the magnetic field of the planet. And there are some ley lines in which the energy doesn't match our energy as humans. That's what causes the geopathic stress. So sometimes people build their houses on top of a ley line with geopathic stress, and it means you can never be happy, well, healthy in that particular space because it was built on top of that ley line. So anytime you're thinking about moving, finding a new place to live, it's always good to find out if there is geopathic stress, which the best way to do so is with a pendulum.
Maybe your house was built on an ancient Indian burial ground too.
Well, that.
I don't know, to be sure. Sorry, just missing some. What are we talking in South Mainland on? Well, I guess we kind of just explained that one. So Summer says, I wasn't even there for 30 minutes, lol. Ended up falling with my foot under me and was roller skating. Oh, okay. I like roller skating more than rollerblading. I feel like you're more agile on the roller skates than the rollerblades. You're less likely to trip yourself up. Unfortunately, not for you. Do you know if it's just a sprained ankle? Baldy Lashes, good to see you again. Do you know if there's a specific tarot cards that mean yes to a question? I know it's tricky. No, I understand that question, but this is again, if we're going back to the pendulum, Baldy Lashes, the pendulum gives you yes/no question, gives you yes/no answers, and that's how you use the pendulum. It's very much detective work, trying to do yes/no the whole time. So if you've got a deck of tarot cards and you're working with a pendulum, those two together are amazing tools to really tap into receiving messages from higher sources. So yeah, look, if you said it's not really, you just kind of have to interpret it, Baldy Lashes. If you say, should I start dating my crush? And you pull the, what number is that? That's the 8 of Swords. That's a no. That's a no. What it actually says is you would start experiencing a feeling of being trapped in a relationship, maybe something that doesn't feel good. So that's not that would be a no. It's just the way you interpret it. We got someone on YouTube. Mortia, can gemstones be used to remedy geopathic stress? Yes, they can. Caroline has just left the room, but I do believe lepidolite is a good stone for that. I do believe Numite is. You'd have to double check this, Mortega. You've also, I do believe, shungite, malachite. But like, if you want to kind of like sort out the house with geopathic stresses, you're probably going to want to look into actually crystal gridding the whole space, doing a space clearing. So, that's like using maybe herbs and sound and crystals to kind of cleanse the space. And then you would charge the area by strategically placing the crystals around the house. And how do you figure that out? You get a map of the house and you get a pendulum and you ask the pendulum, how many crystals should I use? Where should they go? Should they go in this corner, this corner? It's also good to look up the feng shui of the house as well, where the energy of where the energy is in the house. Say, for example, the furthest left corner from the front door. Once you walk into the front door, the furthest left corner, that's the abundance corner. That's the financial, that's the money, success corner. So that would be, you've got to consider all these options when you're planning out your space, your living area. So Toru says, hello, Carolina. She's just gone somewhere. I don't know where she went. Wave.com. Good to see you again. Come on. Not common. How did they? I'm reading these messages out of order. I hope you don't mind. You mentioned Carolina can give an exorcism. Yes. What is her take on negative spiritual attachments? Well, let me kind of explain the idea of an exorcism. So what happens is when we need an exorcism, it's because we have an entity that has attached itself to our energy field. Usually it attaches itself to our chakras because that's where a lot of energy coming from, but it can come from other points on the body. Now, you can kind of break this up into 3 categories of these entities. You can get some entities are just lost in the ether in another dimension, and they find your energetic body. Particularly if you're more spiritually inclined, they see you more because your light is shining. You're like a beacon in the darkness, and they attach themselves and they feed off your energy. These entities will feed off your energy and they will drain you. These ones are just lost. They're just looking for an energy source to feed on. You get some that are there to help you. Sometimes you can get an entity that will attach itself to you and it will teach you a lesson and it will leave in time. In that case, you don't need an exorcism. And then thirdly, you've got some that are just downright malicious and they're just going to mess you up. In that case, I imagine that's probably answering your question, take on negative spiritual attachments. Yes, those ones are being malicious. So you've got the malicious ones, you've got the lost ones, and then you've got the ones that will teach you a lesson. So it all depends, and if you want to find out more about that, you can contact Carolina on her socials, transcending.healing on Instagram. That's where you find her. Mum Goblin says, I'm just going to send a blanket. Thank you so much for the feed. Love you all. Oh, you guys. Thanks for sending love to Mum Goblin and her father that just fell into the hospital. Fell into the hospital. That's so interesting. Iris Rose. We just got a message come through on YouTube. I'm gonna check this one. For negative attachments, excavations, particularly ones that are draining or malicious, how much would you say is a fair charge to get it exercised? I think is the word you're looking for, Lisa Hall. Exercise. I'd be interested in your take on this. How much would you say is a fair charge to get it exercised? Carolina has her set prices. She does offer this service. She's been doing crystal healing for 7, 8, 9 years. I lose track. She studied at places like the London College of Psychic Studies. She went to an official crystal healing school when she was in Wales. Now, if you want to practice as a crystal healer, at least in the UK, you need to go through certified schools. Yeah, believe it or not, there is actually certifications around this. So it's kind of a protected term, if you will. I think if you want to work around that, if you're not qualified, you call yourself maybe a gemstone healer or something, but a crystal healer specifically. So because Carolina has those experiences, she's been doing it for a long time. She's got a set price. I cannot tell you off the top of my head. She has left the room. I can't tell you, Lisa Hall. Maybe you want to jump onto my partner's Instagram, and I'll just type it in the comments here. It is TRANSCENDING.LING. That is Transcending Healing is on Instagram, and she'll be happy. Just send her a DM, and she'll contact you. But she gets really good results. I can tell you that much. Our first interaction, I was just telling the story yesterday. You can check yesterday's video if you want to hear the story about how we met. First time I met Carolina, I tried selling her crystals, but instead she performed an exorcism on me. So Everything changed after I met her. Blue Makes Art says, if I'm new to astrology, do you have any trusted sources where to learn? Would you recommend? Yeah, India. No, not really. No, I'm not big on astrology. Like I enjoy astrology. It really interests me. I like taking an interest in it, but I don't have a strong understanding of it. It's definitely not my strong point. There are people in the Discord server that is in my link tree in my bio, guys. If you want to get onto the Discord, there are people in the Discord that do understand astrology a lot more than I do. Next time I go to India, I'm going to make the point of actually learning Indian Vedic astrology. However, that is different. The Vedic astrology places your puts your placements like one placement different, so it's a little bit strange. So yeah, unfortunately, I'm not the person to ask Blue Market. More about crystals and meditation and all that kind of stuff, and tarot. Freaking Twisted. Oh, awesome. He says he feels fine, great everywhere else. Just comes into the house, feels strange, etc. Well, maybe first try and just do some basic stuff, Freaking Twisted, and just go around with some sage or Palo Santo or some incense or sound, and you can clap in the corner of the rooms. Just do a little bit of just basic energy clearing if you can. So I'm so scared to use the pendulum. Oh, body lashes, really? Just don't try and contact demons. There's so many people in the witch community, particularly baby witches, that just try and jump into contacting demons and Lucifer and all of this stuff. And it's like, guys, come on, let's work with the light to begin with before we dive into that. Body lashes, if you are a little bit apprehensive about that, I have done a YouTube video on my YouTube channel about using the pendulum and teaching you some safe methods on how to do it. However, Carolina does have her pendulum course, and she's very, very conscientious about teaching people the proper and safe ways of using it. The pendulum is the pendulum spirit or our own consciousness, the Megs. It is our higher self. It's our higher self, and our higher self is part of ourselves. Our higher self is our, most enlightened, highest energy, it's what we're connecting to when we're meditating. Yes, it is our own consciousness in a way. And that's why when we're using the pendulum, I don't have one on hand, but when people are using the pendulum, you see them moving their hand a bit. People are like, you're moving your hand. And it's like, well, yes, because the higher self is speaking to you through your physical body. There is going to be some movement. So it's not, but you can contact spirits. You can contact your spirit guides. You can contact ancestors and ask your ancestors to channel through your physical body. So it really depends what your intention is. If you're not specifically stating for the spirits to connect to, it's going to be your higher self. What can I use if I don't have one? The pendulum. Easy. Anything. Check it out. These are bells. Oh, they're lovely. I love the sound of these things. Check it out. Give me a yes. Give me a no. Here's my name, Fox. Do I live in Puerto Rico? There we go. I've just programmed my pendulum, which is some bells. It can be anything, guys. You can use anything for a pendulum. I'm going to quickly have a look on YouTube. We've got here, Lisa Hall says, thanks, Fox. I was speaking to someone who said it was impossible for spirits to attach to you unless you have the blessings of Akashic records. I know what they are, but I'm not sure if that actually makes sense to me in that context. As it is impossible astral project without. I don't astral project, so I can't confirm or deny that. This I thought was hogwash, but I'm interested to hear your take on this. Lisa Hall, I feel like it is a bit of hogwash. I feel like we are all blessed with the Akashic records. We are all blessed with these psychic abilities, the Akashic records. It's our ability to access them is a totally different thing, though. No, I don't believe we are going to be denied from the spirit realm just because we haven't unlocked everything. It's all there. We just have to learn. It just takes time, Lisa. Hello, Civics. How are you doing, my friends? I straight up died. We had to call an ambulance. Oh, You're talking about your old ankle. I don't think you actually died, but it's good to know you're still here. Maybe you're speaking to us through the great beyond. The crazy lady next door. Sorry. Wait. Sorry, Susanna. Sorry, Summer. But I did ask my guides for assistance covering up the heavy topics lately, particularly with my job. There you go. Bieber's in the house. How are you doing? Good to see you. It was a wonderful weekend. Thank you. Hey, Crispy. Carolina, my fellow twisties. Can't stay long. I have to go back to the office today. Crispy, you might be interested to hear that I am simultaneously recording on YouTube as I am on TikTok. So if you want to go back later and listen to the live, jump onto my YouTube, and I am recording every live now, and it's going straight up onto YouTube, so you can just listen to it like you would a podcast if that's your jam, my friend. Just giving back to the people. And self-worth, value-based areas. Oh. I'm just going to send a blanket. Thank you. Oh, fantastic. Updating 54 comments. Anyone on YouTube? No, that's all right. Is it common to catch a parasitic entity while using psychedelics? Yes, Mortgage. Yes. Oh my God. Yes. I cannot overstate that. Yes. What happens when we take psychedelics is we unlock an area of our soul, our mind, our consciousness, whatever you might dress it up as. Now, if we're practicing sober methods, if we're practicing meditation and we're practicing astral projection and dream work and all of these different things, then we're doing it with our own power, with our own strength, and we are building ourselves up to that place. However, if you take psychedelics, you just kind of get dropped off into that spirit realm. You get dropped off into that place where you're open to so much energies, and maybe you have not actually done the work to actually protect yourself from these things. And it's very, very common. A lot of the time that we do exorcisms come from people having a bad trip. Absolutely. She cleaned me first, says Toru. Yeah, she totally did. I have some good books to recommend, says Summer. There you go. Some people recommending some books on astrology. They will be in the Discord server. And here, I guess. Megs, everyone has their specific specialities in subjects. One may be good in tarot, one may be good in astrology. Yeah, that's it, Lisa Hall says, what would you say are the telltale signs of a parasitic attachment? Okay, that's a good sign. That's a good one. I guess, if you feel like you're constantly blocked with something and you can't explain why, and you can't explain, okay, let's say, for example, Lisa Hall on YouTube. If you are feeling like you cannot love somebody else, you have the inability to open your heart. Now, for some people, maybe they've been burned in the past. Maybe they have opened their heart. People have taken advantage of them, and they've hurt them so many times that they close off themselves and they have trouble opening their heart and loving people and bringing love people into their life. However, if you've never experienced that trauma, Lisa Hall, if you've never experienced and you have trouble opening your heart and just sending the love out and bringing the love in, and you cannot identify, well, there's no past traumas to tell me why I can't do this, then that would be a chance that there is the fact that that's an entity has attached itself and has caused a blockage on the heart chakra. For example, this can happen on the other chakras. If you have trouble expressing yourself singing, we've met people before in the past that are musicians, they're vocalists and they sing, and then they just find out, suddenly they just have the inability to sing. They either don't have the confidence or they just can't make the notes, and there's no reason to, there's no physical reason, there's no past trauma that can explain it. Entity is attached to the throat. So, if you can't identify the trauma that might have caused a blockage, then it's probably, it's probably an entity. The Megs says, I already read your message, the Megs. Freaking Twisted, thank you, Mr. Fox. You're most welcome. Waves.mp3. I had some people say the spirits like to make themselves known when being exercised. Thoughts? Well, it's kind of hard not for the spirits to be known when they're being exercised. You know, it's like it's like removing. It's like removing a foreign body from your body. You're pulling it out. It's going to be seen. Of course, they're going to put up a fight. Sometimes they put up a fight. Sometimes they're just like, oh, okay, I'll piss off. You know, particularly the ones that are malicious. Of course they're going to make themselves known when they're being exercised, because they can't hide it. They're being, you've got a psychic that's looking for the entity. Of course, they're going to be like, yo, leave me alone. I want to keep sucking on this energy. Is it wrong if Christians use incense to sage or cleanse crystals? Absolutely not. Oh, Tame Kelly, you're here again. My Christian. I feel like, tell me if I'm wrong. I mean this with no offense, but are you a suppressed witch that has been surrounded by Christians too much in your life? You've been brought up in a Christian household, but I feel like that's, of course, Christians use incense anyway. They use it in their rituals as well.
Yeah.
What's
frankincense in mass.
what's frankincense in mass? And
to purify the spirits.
It's to purify the spirits. They do it as well. The Christians like to say they don't like witchcraft, but their practices, they have many practices that are very, very similar to witchcraft. Lisa Hall on YouTube says, amazing, thank you, Fox. I have heard of attachments I've heard that attachments can have implants, and depending on where the implants is can dictate what the spirit impacts the most, i.e. the eyes impacted worldview or view of self. Yes, this is true. So yes, depending, and I'm talking about the main chakras, the 7 main chakras that we're all familiar with. There are more chakras. There are other points in our body, but if they do attach yourself to, like the heart, like I was using that for example, yes, it will impact your ability to either express love or receive love. If it attaches yourself to your sacral chakra, for example, then we're talking about our sexual expression, whether it's healthy or whether it's blocked off, or there's also got the creativity in your sacral chakra as well. So if you have the inability to be creative, then yes, it's going to impact those areas. So Civics on TikTok says, hey, anybody knows anything about reality shifting? Oh, Carolina has been experimenting with that. She got a download the other day. Hard to explain. She's working on it.
Not ready to share that yet.
Yeah, we're not ready to share that information yet because we haven't really figured it out. She got a download herself. There are people, you will hear people on TikTok saying, oh, I reality shifted into the Harry Potter Hogwarts universe, and I lived there for 3 weeks and came back 2 hours later. It's just like, really? I'm a little bit skeptic about some people's
that's actual
experience.
Projection. That's not reality.
That's projection.
Shifting. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
Yeah, that's projection. That's not reality
You
shifting.
can't do that. That would be astral projecting, not reality.
Reality shifting is probably also that manifestation as well. If you're manifesting the reality that you want to go into, that is a reality shift. Maybe we're just playing with different words here.
Oh no, absolutely.
Yeah.
Reality shifting would be manifesting, but the thing is, the reality shift would just be a faster way of.
Yeah.
Or it could even be beyond things. It's hard to explain. I've been having downloads from Spirit from this for the last 2 weeks, but I'm still connecting all the information together and experimenting with it. So
yeah, we're still working on it, guys.
I'm not ready to.
We'll get back to you when we do.
Share yet.
Yeah.
I will. Yeah, I'll definitely share when it's time to.
Iris Rose says, got to get back to work. Catch up later. That's all right. If anyone has to leave, remember I am recording live on YouTube for you to listen again later after the fact, guys. So give more to the people. Courier 13. Good to see someone new. You might be the most calming looking person ever. Oh my God. Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes I can be very excitable. But thank you. I'll take that. What's your take on deity work? I don't really work with deities, waves.com. I have Lakshmi, which is the Hindu goddess of love and abundance. She is at the entry of my house. And every bit of loose change we have, we give her all of our loose change because she's a goddess of abundance. when we need bread in the morning, we go to Lakshmi and we take a bit of money to get some bread. So we don't work very close in that sense. I think what you're probably referring to is probably more on the fact that some people are working with like pagan deities or, you know, Egyptian or Norse, or you know what I'm getting at. I don't really contact deities in my practice. I do believe all the power is within me, and if I'm going to try and access anything to get any power, I'm going to look within, not externally. But some people do deity work and they find a good experience through that. So good on them. I just can't speak on it much, wave.com, because I feel like that's a little bit more on that witchcrafty side of thing, and it's not really my speciality. One moment. There we go. Whoa, my live is tweaking when answering. Well, guys, if the TikTok live is getting a little bit dodgy, remember, you can jump over onto YouTube. I don't know if I'm having any problems over there. It seems to be running pretty smooth there. Just keep that in mind. Also, if you have trouble actually finding my lives, I know TikTok people have trouble finding my lives. Even when they know I am on live, they have the inability to tap on it and access it. Remember, 2 places now. We're on YouTube as well. Tammy Kennedy says, how do you know that you're calling your spirit guides and not any other evil spirits? Okay. How do you tell? Carolina.
I'm not listening, sorry.
No, she's not listening. She's working. I guess the thing is your spirit guides will not ask you to do anything for them. They do it for you. They work for you. Evil spirits will I mean, I don't work with the evil spirits, and I understand like Tammy Kelly, sorry, I have trouble saying your name. Could you let me know in your next comment, like what's the easiest way to refer to you? Your name is a little tricky to pronounce there. Yeah, they're only going to work in your best interest. They might be a little bit sassy. They might be a little bit, you know, tough love, kind of to the point, but their intention is pure towards you. How do you know, though? I mean, you can go to your safe space. If you go to your safe space, you won't have any evil entities there. You said Lisa, said Shorty. Lisa, Shorty? I'm not sure what that is in context to. B-Buzz, my monthly budget has completely changed since last year and now includes spiritual growth items. Fantastic. Don't need anything else anymore. Oh, fantastic. So interesting, says Iris Rose. Blue Makes Art says, if I'm new to astrology, do you have any trusted sources? I've already read that. Updating, 64 comments. Anyone on YouTube? No. Well, people are on YouTube, just not asking questions. That's right. The Gem says I only really do mushrooms here and here and there. When I was younger, I did more psychedelics. Yeah, I'm kind of the same, Megs. You know, it's a very rare occasion do I enjoy the gifts of nature in that respect. The Meg says, do you think people get into spirituality because of trauma? Man, people can get into spirituality because of all sorts of things. I kind of attribute it was probably more, you know, probably poverty. You know, that's kind of a trauma in itself. Some people get into it because of abusive relationships. They're looking for ways to heal. They're looking for ways to improve their lives. Yeah, trauma for sure. Actually, I think that's probably one of the biggest catalysts of people finding answers on the spiritual path. Sometimes some people are just disenfranchised with the society that they live in. That's really normal as well. We've got Lisa Hall on YouTube. You got priority on YouTube, Lisa. I see you straight away. Do you think that it is possible to have a negative attachment come through a cannabis trip? Is this experience of your soul being dropped off exclusive? Is this experience of your soul being dropped off exclusive to hallucinogenics? I'm not sure about that second part of that question. The phrasing of it confuses me a little. Do you think it's possible to have a negative attachment come through cannabis trips? You can get entities attached to you through any through any activity, even if you're not taking psychedelics, even if you're just being yourself and having just a regular day. People might not always like to hear this, but cannabis it numbs you. And this is good for medical purposes, for some medical purposes. Some people find benefits to this, and I am aware. I've done a lot of study, you know, not in a university or anything, but I have done a lot of reading on it. I've gone to seminars. I've gone to a lot of. I've looked into this a lot, and I totally respect where it can help. But overall, it numbs you. It numbs your senses, your abilities, and if you're smoking the devil's lettuce and you're numbing yourself, you're letting down your guard as well, and this is when those entities can come in. Yes. Can you, Lisa Hall, can you clarify that second part of your question? Is this experience of your soul being dropped off exclusive to hallucinogens? I'm not sure. You might need to clarify that for me to answer it. I don't know much about the Bible, but I heard it can go along with astrology. I bet it can too. There's a lot of hidden stuff in the Bible, if you will. Tamakan says, I'm a Christian. My family is Christian, but I'm really interested in witchcraft. I just want to make sure I'm not sinning. Yeah. Tamik, I'm going to see if you've actually dropped your name in there. Reality shifting is basically shifting into a consciousness into other realities. Well, you seem to know what you're talking about, considering you're a repressed witch. Tamik Kennedy, you know, I think it would be good maybe if you were to reach out to Carolina, my partner. When she was younger, before she got into healing, I'm saying healing, not witchcraft, because I kind of like make the bit of a distinction that it's, you know, even though the practices can cross over a bit, I don't like to use that word because of the stigma that it has around it. Because we don't do spells, we don't do hexes, you know, we don't contact the fae or the fairies, you know. Now, Carolina, when she was younger, she did explore different religions because she was just a very curious young person before she even got into healing. And she went to church for a solid 2 or 3 years, I do believe, and she came away with her opinions on it. And you know, she's really looked into this stuff, Tammy Kennedy. I think you might benefit from, you know, maybe having a chat to her, or keep an eye on this YouTube, this live. Maybe she's very busy at the moment. Maybe she could drop in sometime and answer these questions. Little weird witch. My sister is taking all the time of reality. Is talking all the time of reality shifting. How is her life going, the little weird witch? How is her reality going for her? Am I to assume that you are both, you call yourself the little weird witch, so am I to assume that you're both very young, perhaps, you know, under 20 years old? How is the mental state going? How is the work going? How is the friendship and relationships going? There's a lot of talk about certain topics out there, and I think there's a lot of people talking about these things that actually don't know what they're talking about, and they're giving out advice which is not very sound. Tamika says, our body lives here in this reality, but our consciousness can travel anywhere. This is absolutely true. Okay, I'm going to check out. Lisa Hall says, you described hallucinogens as if your soul is being dropped off in the spirit realm. Okay, yes. I don't know if that's actually completely accurate. It was just a way of describing, but anyway. And therefore, we are susceptible, which is why it's not common for people to have attachments latched during trips. It's not uncommon for people to, yes. No, look, okay, so if I read back at your other question there, Lisa Hall, is this experience of your soul being dropped off exclusive to hallucinogenics? No, you can reach these places through sober methods, through meditation, through breath work, through, you know, crystal healing, through other, you know, through Reiki healing, through all sorts of other practices. You know, being dropped off, you know, this isn't a technical term, being dropped off in the spiritual realm and really, you know, connecting to these higher energies. It's not exclusive to hallucinogens. What I was saying with the hallucinogens is that people are getting dropped off in these spaces. They are connecting to these higher energies, but they haven't done the work. They haven't done the work here. They haven't done the work here to bring themselves there properly. They just put substance into their body and they just get dropped off. And it's like they're not ready for it, you know? And some people rely on this. Some people rely on the substances to have these experiences. Now, my spiritual journey in part was triggered because of a few hallucinogenic experiences, but then I was very adamant that I wanted to chase this on a sober path, because I wanted to find that power within myself so I could do it myself. It's a long path. Tori said, I did a money mantra last week. My husband got a bonus. Yes. Now we are stable during his recovery. Oh, fantastic, Tori. That's really cool. What was the mantra? Like, do you want to share with us? Do you think it's credible for a psychic to diagnose negative attachments via a pendulum? Absolutely. Carolina does it all the time.
I do it.
It's how Carolina does it all the time. Absolutely. Or does it require deeper examination? Now, the thing is with the pendulum is it's a tool, and it's an amazing tool, and it's a shortcut. Now, Carolina could diagnose if there is a entity attached on somebody by closing her eyes, using her hands and feeling and doing a bit of a meditation and really, you know, but even without the pendulum, could you?
I could without the pendulum.
Yes, but it would take a lot of time, right?
Yes.
Right. It would take a lot of time if you used your senses of feeling. You know, she does Reiki, so she's attuned to this kind of stuff. You could do it. But the pendulum just speeds the whole process up because you're connecting and you're getting the answers in a fraction of the time that would take for you to, you know, feel the energy and meditate on this topic. So that's why the pendulum is such a powerful tool. Hello, Mama Kerr. How are you doing, my friend? Is it common to catch? Yeah, I've already read that. Updating 46 messages. Let's have a look, see what's happening on YouTube here. Do you think exorcisms could be done distantly? Yes. Lisa, if yes, how are those done? What's the process? I'd love to hear yours and Carolina's insight on this. Lisa, Carolina's work is exclusively by distance. Now, she used to do a lot of healings on people. I think at the most, I once saw her with like 35 clients on the run. It's an interesting process. She's been doing it for quite some time because we are travelers. And when it comes to energy, time and space don't matter, which means you can heal childhood traumas. You can heal past life traumas. You can heal somebody on the other side of the globe. So yes, you can do it distantly. And in fact, the majority of our work is done in distance. And I even did a podcast with someone else recently that also does distance healing as well. So yeah, time and space doesn't matter when it comes to energy. So yeah, Carolina does it quite frequently. And Obi-Wan has come to join us.
Hello.
On the YouTube.
Which screen am I talking?
YouTube. The question came from Lisa Hall.
Yeah, so I'm just going to quickly explain in possible human language. Keep in mind that it's not exactly like I'm going to explain in human language, but somehow we need to translate these things to be understandable. But it's something along the lines of I travel. It's all done by astral traveling. So I travel to the person's energy. I then connect to the person's energy. Then I go almost like as if I go inside the person's body to find where the entities are. We're talking about exorcisms, right? Yes. So I go into the person's body and I go and connect with the entity. Then I fight the entity off somehow and send it out of that person's body, send it back to the light or send it back wherever it needs to go. Not all entities are necessarily bad. A lot of them are just lost themselves and they can't find their way back home. So when that's the case, which is actually most cases, you just send them back to their rightful home. And then you have to somehow clean. So I'm still inside that person's body, right? So then I have to clean that area where the entity was and heal that area where the entity was. Then I leave the person's body, then I leave their energy field and come back to my present moment. And that's kind of like how it is. Yeah. Hope that makes sense.
There you go, Lisa. There's our take on it. If anyone wants to talk to Carolina, if they feel like they've got some blockage which can't be explained from traumas or anything, It's possible. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised how many people out there actually have entities attached. And don't worry, exorcisms are not like the exorcism of Emily Rose. Your head isn't going to spin around. You're not going to vomit green goo. Your eyes aren't going to go red, and you're not going to speak in tongues. Yeah. Civic says Carolina is getting downloads from spirit guides about shifting his reality to calm him down. Actually, no. Well,
What?
so she's getting downloads on how to do reality shifting. But I've heard no one explain it the way she explains it. She's had a very unique experience in this. So we're actually experimenting at this point, and she's trying to unlock my ability to lucid dream. So that's what we're working on at the moment. She's also working on someone else that's regular to our lives about something else. So myself and our other friend is a bit of a guinea pig at the moment. She's dialing in her techniques. Yeah, guys, like I said, we can't get into great detail about it because we haven't refined it yet. And we're not going to share knowledge that is incomplete because
I want to come in and say something super important for life.
we'll get to you, Ma Ortega.
There is a very, very dangerous area that comes with the dark side of technology and the dark side of how available we have information. And one of these things is people sharing knowledge before it's ready to be shared, and people sharing knowledge to people who are not ready to receive that knowledge. There is a reason why throughout millennium there is a sort of hierarchy within the spiritual realms, within any realms, you know. Think about just the mother and the child. There's a reason why the mother is teaching the child first. That's a process. Then you go to school. There's a reason why your teacher teaches you A and B when you're 6 and only teaches you how to write a book when you're 20. The point is there are levels in which knowledge is ready to be received by us and where knowledge is ready to be shared. And the problem we have with society right now due to technology development is that people are sharing too much too soon, and the information is going completely out of control in wrong ways, in wrong places. Like today, someone told me that someone on TikTok is saying that black tourmaline doesn't need to be cleansed because it cleanses itself. Like, whoa, black tourmaline is the crystal that needs the most amount of cleansing out of all crystals that exist.
Yeah.
So this is a very little example, but it shows the danger of, you know, so now there's a group of people out there believing that black tourmaline doesn't need to be cleansed, and they're going to be damaging themselves because then I want to cleanse the black tourmaline, which needs to be so cleansed so often. Right? So this is a small example. Don't try and pursue knowledge before it's time. Don't try and share knowledge before it's time.
Carolina, you might as well stick around because Ma Ortega is asked, is it dangerous for Carolina to do an exorcism, like dangerous for her?
Yes. I do have to take a certain amount of precautions, and I do have to take a certain amount of, yes, in the sense that, you know, I can catch the entity, and if it's not done properly, I can damage myself. So it is within all the work that I do, it's a high risk job. You can put it that way. Yeah.
Lisa also asked, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Carolina and Fox is studying under a psychic medium with modalities like Reiki and the Akashic Records, but not getting a certification. Is that still enough of a credit to be a healer? Yeah, I think you can learn these things. Like myself, I've learned a lot from her, but I don't have a piece of paper saying I have. You can go into the Amazon jungle and you can find a shaman and they can teach you things, but
there is I'm going to answer that question in 2 parts. I'm sorry. When it comes to something like Reiki, you want to have your certification, because if you can't officially be practicing this with the certification, you can be sued. You can, you know, someone can say something. I went to a Reiki session with this person and now I feel really crap and I'm going to sue them. And you'd lose.
That's in the UK. I do believe the US does not have that.
That's most places. I don't know about the US, but that would be most places.
We're speaking for the UK because that's
when
what
it comes to Reiki as well, you need to have that particular attunement to Reiki. There are other energies, like you can work. Reiki is a strand of universal energy. So if you haven't been really attuned to Reiki, to the Reiki by a Reiki master, then work with universal energy. Don't call it Reiki. When it comes to psychic stuff, like Akashic Records and stuff, Yes, of course you can, because there is actually no certifications for these things. Like I studied in the best school for tarot in London for 3 years. I have no certification. It doesn't exist. So yes, you're not going to be certified Akashic record reader. So yeah, you can go ahead and practice as much as you want. So when it comes to the psychic arts, yes, doesn't matter if you have a certification. When it comes to the healing arts, it does matter if you have a certification, because also, I would always advise, don't study a healing art with someone who doesn't have a certification themselves, because if they don't have a certification, then most likely there is some knowledge lacking there. There is systems that approve these certifications to make sure that these teachers are responsible in the way they are teaching, right? Anyone can teach anything, and this just goes back to what I was talking about, knowledge being shared in the wrong way. So if you're studying any healing art, don't do it with someone who is not certified, because they might not have the right knowledge, because whoever they learned from wasn't approved to teach. I hope that makes sense. Yes?
Yeah, but people got to start somewhere.
Yeah, of course.
But I think it's probably before you start practicing your services on other people, make sure that you do.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I mean, if you're going to heal other people, right? If you're healing yourself, you go through your own journey. You go through your own journey, you know? Obviously, there's also my self-healing course. I'm a certified healer. Everything I teach in that course has come from certified masters, which I very much researched to make sure they were the right teachers. So, but within that course, for example, I don't tell you to go and heal anyone, because I'm not certifying you. I'm just teaching you how to heal yourself. And then from there, if you want to become a healer, then you can go and find a course which has a certification.
Maybe she will be a certified healer teacher in the future.
Maybe soon enough.
Stay tuned, my friends.
Out. Yes, but that involves governments and stuff like this. So maybe that's what's going to happen in the next few years.
You're very lucky you got such a concise answer from Carolina. I'm going to check out the TikTok comments here. The Meg says, Carolina and Fox, spiritual power couple. Yeah, thanks. Marissa says, Dad had an entity attached to him. It was strong. He passed in 2018. I'm sorry to hear that. Maybe something could have been helped. But I guess, the universe works in mysterious ways. Mama Kerr says, making all kinds of questionable decisions this weekend. What are you doing, Mama Kerr? What questionable decisions? I healed a good part of my wound in a child when I did shrooms. I was 20. Yes, you can get healing from plant medicine. Okay, mushrooms aren't plants, but I'm putting it under the same umbrella. Yes, there is. Particularly if you approach it with the right intention, absolutely. However, if you're at a party and you don't have the intention of healing, I'm not saying, look, I've had a really good time with substances in the past, and I don't think it's really messed me up. I had one experience that was a little bit not so good, but it's a roll of the dice. Let's be honest. Whenever we're putting substances into our body, particularly the ones we're speaking about, it is a roll of the dice, and anyone that has done enough of them knows that it is, and it's a risk we choose to take. But if we go into it with the intent that it is a healing thing, and we properly, put the setting into place correctly, then we can have really good, results from it. Ching, ching, ching goes the money tree. Oh, yes, this was the one that Toru was talking about. Yeah, I know the one you're talking about. That's really cool. We're doing our own, actually. We got a meditation we listen to every morning. It's this activation thing from a course that we're doing online. Marissa says, yes, with knowledge comes great responsibility. Hi there, Lou Blue. How are you doing? Little Weird Witch asks how you can find my live on YouTube. I am on YouTube under Twisted Vibrations. It's the same name as it is on TikTok. It is going live here, and it will be uploaded after we finish the live. So if you have to leave, or if you've missed the first half of my live, you can go back and you can listen to it, guys, on YouTube. If you're on YouTube at the moment, drop us a like, drop in some questions, punch that like button, smash that like button, that notification bell and stuff like that. We have Jean Paul Martin on YouTube says, hi there. Is there a way psychics could exercise negative spirits with crossing over prayers? Prayers intended to cross over spirits, of course, and Reiki. You can use a whole bunch of different methods. Jean Paul. I have met someone who does shamanism, and I've seen him do an exorcism before. There was a lot of grunting and a lot of groaning, and there was offers of fruits and vegetables and flowers to the gods, and his technique was his technique, and it worked. It certainly seemed like he was really struggling with it, but he got the job done in the end, and I've seen Carolina do it before, and sometimes she sits quietly holding 2 crystals in her hand. Usually it's a stick of selenite and the other one's an obsidian knife, or a common one is black kyanite is also a very strong one for exorcisms. So you can use a combination. I think, is that the question you're asking, Jean-Paul Martin? Is that what you're saying? Can we use a combination of prayers, affirmations? We can use Reiki. We can use crystal healing. We can use sound healing. Yeah, for sure. Shamanic techniques. Absolutely. You know, it's not exclusive. Team Porto, I'm going to decline your offer to go live on TikTok. I don't know who you are. So yeah, you can use different modalities at the same time. Marissa says, you cleanse black tourmaline before and after every use. Yes, you do. If you're wearing it as a pendant, I would say cleanse it at least once a week. You know, every time you step into the shower. If you step into the shower, hold it out under the water, look at it, and be very conscious about using your affirmation when you're doing that. I think you did not understand what I said. I am guessing this, says Civics. I feel like I didn't understand what you're saying, but what are you getting when you get, you're as in you're getting this, you're understanding this? Oh my. The Meg says, the hand hold. Oh my God, Fox and Carolina are so cute. Oh, look at that. We just held each other's hands and everybody was, everyone just melted for a moment. Oh. Mystic Dragon 13 says, I have just come back in and caught Carolina, I'm reading your name wrong. Saying it had me enthralled. There you go. That's what happens when Obi-Wan Kenobi jumps on the lives. She has earned this nickname, and justifiably so. The US doesn't have those laws. I wish it did, though. Yeah, I did do a podcast on my YouTube. If you find on my YouTube, I did speak to a woman that I did meet on TikTok, and she is a gemstone healer, I do believe. She calls it not a crystal healer, but a gemstone healer. Megs just gave me glasses. You didn't see that on YouTube because on TikTok they have a little feature there. They do gifts, and I was just wearing a pair of glasses. For anyone on TikTok, if you do send me that gift, the glasses, it's great because it makes me dance, and it also earns you a tarot card pull. Now, in half an hour, I'm going to pull tarot cards for everyone. But if you send that now, you get a 3-card pull immediately because I just love it when you guys send me those glasses. So this one's for you, the gems, the Megs, I know. What have we got? This is your card today. Oh, it is attachment. Okay, so the 4 of Pentacles is about attachment. It's about holding on to things maybe a bit too tight. You hold on them too tight, they squeeze through your fingers. The old adage is, if you love it, you should let it go. Let's have a look at what we're holding on to a little bit too tightly. The Megs. Okay, I'm gonna have to jump to the bottom of the comments here. The Megs, are you in a relationship? This could be holding on too tightly. Either you're in a relationship, and I would be very careful here about you know, holding on to that relationship too tightly, because if you hold them too tight, you know, you've got to allow that other half to be free. You've got to allow the divine feminine to be free and to flourish as much as possible. However, if you are not in a relationship, I would say this is probably you holding on too tightly to the idea of being in a relationship, and maybe the idea of being such of the divine feminine in the relationship. I would probably say maybe you need to bring in a little bit more of a bit of masculine energy or something. Let's see where we are, the Megs. I gotta see what your take is on that, guys. I do see you on YouTube as well. Here we are, the Megs. I've been trying to let go, so this makes sense. You've been trying to let go of a partnership. Yes, this could be letting go of an old relationship you once had, and it means coming into a more divine feminine space and really reconnecting with the divine feminine, because maybe you might have lost something if you were in that relationship. It could represent a few different things depending on your situation, what the past has been and where you are now. But I think I've probably covered one of those interpretations that would cover what it is going on for you. Civics, please card about this situation and energy, guys. I will be pulling cards in half an hour. You know how it works. What's happening here on YouTube? We got, can embodying the vibrations of love be enough to starve off a negative entity? It's definitely a start. It's definitely something we should be trying to do all the time, Mortega. Without any doubt, the vibration of love, compassion, and forgiveness, I think, is a very good one that we shouldn't forget about. Yes, Blue just sent me the glasses. So yes, we should always be working in that energy, but I don't know if it will necessarily be enough. It'll definitely help though. It'll help that process. Yes, it'll definitely help with that process. John Paul says, to go up what Moore said, I have heard of my masters and mentors. It's best to not to attempt an exorcism yourself, as it's very dangerous and draining. You can do it on yourself. I have done it on myself. However, if you do it on yourself, you probably want to do it first thing, straight away. There was a time in India where I felt an entity attaching itself to me, and in that very moment, I used my ring. It was a piece of hematite. That was enough to actually remove it. It happened very quickly before it properly got to attach itself and connect itself onto me. I managed to remove it. Blue, my friend. Yes, it is good to get somebody else to do something like that. But it is possible to do yourself. I have seen Carolina do it too. Blue sent me the glasses. What's going on with Blue? Let's have a look. One, two. It wasn't easy, but she did it. Blue, it's time for teamwork. What do you need to work in a team? Okay, it's not only teamwork, but it's also becoming a master of what you do. Ooh, look at this. We have this about working in a team. Now, if you're going to be working in a team for whatever that project might be, I think you're the one that's going to have to be the one bringing the bright ideas to the table, new ideas, new ways of thinking. And there's also a lot of communication in this one. There's messages. This one is about messages, and it's about momentum, creating momentum, getting that wheel turning, getting them, everything going. So I think if you've got something coming up, whatever project it is you might be working on, I think this one is about you coming in with the bright ideas, something new, a new perspective of thinking, a new perspective of seeing things, and being able to communicate those ideas across quickly and getting that momentum really moving. So do you have anything in the way of a project coming up? Do let me know. What am I doing? Oh yeah, Mortgage has just sent me the glasses. Guys, if you really like sending me the glasses, I can pull you the cards now, but it'd be really cool if you hold off until the last half hour, just so we can keep the whole chat about exorcisms and stuff like that. Just save up your glasses till the end. If you're not going to be here, I get it. If you've got to head off, I get it, do it then. But Mortgage, I will be pulling your card. I just want to answer a couple of questions first here. So Mystic Dragon says, I have a portal in my house where I can hear voices, footsteps, and bumps in the house. Dear me, Mystic Dragon. I would suggest throwing salt around and throwing some black crystals on the ground and calling in protection from your gatekeeper. Yeah, I'd get your gatekeeper involved on this one. The portal in the house. Is it a good portal? A bad portal? Does it need to be there? Should you try and close it? I don't know. Oh dear. I'm very curious, Mystic Dragon. I'd love to hear more on that if you can. Hello, Tatiana. Okay, Mortgage is asking for a card. I haven't forgotten. Identity Crisis says, by the way, guys, I might be in Mexico in 2 months. My mum just asked me if I wanted to go. Oh, wow. We might bump into you there, Captain.
Yay. Let's all go to Mexico.
Let's all go to Mexico. Let's all have margaritas. I see your question there, Jean-Paul Martin. Weird question. I'd love to get to that. But I'm going to pull Mortgage's card first. Mortgage, what have you got? Wheel of Fortune. I don't read reverse. Okay, this is great. Wheel of Fortune. Fate is knocking on the door. Destiny is afoot. What is destined to come? Oh my, look at this. Abundance is on its way. Abundance and just being in a state of love and compassion. Mortgage, I don't know, are you on the way of becoming a mother? That's very much a very caring motherly card. Maybe that is your mother, and maybe she's going to bring some abundance into you. Maybe that's just being into a place of a lot of just caring and forgiving, nurturing energy, and bringing in. This is good news. This is good news. Really, and start working in the gratitude, because gratitude is the ultimate form of receivership. So to bring yourself into that space of abundance, make sure you are in that space of gratitude. She is definitely working with a lot of those energies: gratitude, compassion, and love. These high vibration energies. Bring yourself into this, and you will most likely be coming into this Wheel of Fortune. Fantastic card. I do like the Wheel of Fortune. We got Jean-Paul says on YouTube. Weird question, but is creating a course enough to be able to provide certifications? Does a course need to be approved by some sort of board before you can give out certifications?
It has to be approved, of course.
It has to be approved. I suppose you need to be part of some kind of a
you need to be part of the organization. It has to be approved by government.
Approved by governments and stuff. So yeah, you're going to have to do your. It's not a weird question at all, Jean-Paul, but you definitely need to do your research into that. I would probably say if you have gone to a place to get a certification to be a healer, and then you want to start making your own courses to give people certifications, I would probably go speak to the person that gave you the certification and find out what avenues they went through. Is probably the best way to go. Hello, Tatiana. No negative feelings from it. Oh, Mystic Dragon. Well, that's good then. The dancing is the best part. Yeah, exactly right. I'm in a situationship. I've never heard that before, although I love it. I'm pretty sure what it means. Updating 41 comments. Updating 41 comments. Civics, you want a card about this situation? Well, unless you send the sunglasses, we're going to have to wait until another 17 minutes. I'm going to be pulling the cards, people. So Chasing Sugar, hello, how are you doing? Jean-Paul said, understood, but for more niche programs like Gemstone Healing, I have someone who gives out course packets in purchasing the course and studying enough to be able to call yourself then a gemstone healer. Now, look, I did use the term gemstone healer earlier, Jean-Paul. That's sorry. That's because I did a podcast with somebody that I met from TikTok, and she refers to herself as a gemstone healer. Carolina calls herself a crystal healer. I don't know the technical differences between that and what is a protected term and what is not. If, Jean-Paul, however, you do want to go down this path, I would highly encourage you look into Carolina. You look up Carolina on her Instagram, which is transcending.healing. Send her a message. If this is a path that you're genuinely looking to go down with all these questions, I think you are quite genuine about this. Send her a message and get a bit more information off her about that. And for anyone that is watching this video after the fact, I would recommend you do the same. I might as well put out my socials as well, guys. I am on Instagram, twisted.vibrations. I am on TikTok currently, right now, exactly the same time. Twisted Vibrations, same YouTube name. Also, I have an Etsy shop, which is Twisted Vibrations Art. I make really cool stuff like this, guys. Wire wraps, jewelry. I do a lot of custom pieces. I have 3 custom pieces which are on the roll at the moment. Some cool pieces like that. This is just showing off my stuff here. Aliens. I'm going to do a series of mini versions of these aliens, guys. So they're a little bit more affordable. That one took me like 4 days to make. And this is my protection amulet, which I spent, again, about 4 days making. So I can work in your budgets. I can do expensive ones. I can do cheap ones. It's up to you guys. Back to the comments. I've been trying to allow the situation to unfold manually. Chasing Sugar says thank you. Oh, oh, you missed the glasses. Whose glasses did I miss? No, I didn't. Did I miss glasses? I don't think I did. I got Lou Blue. I got yeah. Oh, Lou Blue sent me 2 sets of glasses. Oh, awesome. Oh, fantastic. It might be a little bit. That's probably why I try and suggest is, like, if you send the glasses, I'll definitely pull you a card if I see it. But I'm probably more likely to see it at the end when I do the tarot card pulls. So,
Or at least
mortgage.
Sure he's looking at his TikTok camera.
Make sure I'm looking at my TikTok camera. Yeah. No, but it's a bit hard because there is a delay. So a couple of things, thinking of selling my jewelry and thinking of selling my Larive product. I don't know what a Larive product is. So Lou Blue, this is about you working in a group, I imagine. Or sorry, is that sorry, Lou Blue was the last one. So you got coming into a place of abundance. Yes. Okay. So the jewelry will be a good one. I think that would be something to go with there. I'm just going through the comments are like backwards on TikTok for some reason. What is Larive? I don't know what Larive products is. How do you send the glasses? Sorry, Fox, I'm stressed these days. Oh, that's all right. Civics, it's a gift. There's like a gift program on TikTok. You like recharge your account. I think you spend like, I don't know, X amount of dollars, and then you have X amount of diamonds, and you share them out during the lives. It's basically like a donation. I take it, people donate them to people that go live. It's kind of like if I was to start up a Patreon page, something like that, Taurus has question. Do the recent earthquakes have anything to do with the reality shift? There were recent earthquakes. I was unaware of this. Where were they happening? I really don't pay much attention to world news. I'm terrible. Where were they happening? And whose reality shift are we talking to? When we talk about a reality shift, I don't think we're talking about the entire earth shifts into a reality change. I think when we talk about reality shift, we're talking about the individual doing the shift, making the changes in their life to bring in the better future for themselves, or worse if they're self-defeating, I guess. That's beautiful. Thank you. The earthquakes are a side effect of the inner earth changes, tectonic plates. Updating 11 comments. Sorry, the lack of comments today. Bish say what? That's okay. Work's been very busy. That's all right. But hello, sunshine. Linktree in bio. Yeah, I need to change the Linktree so that I don't get those silly warnings coming up. I'm dressing my candles today. I might make a small Etsy shop soon. Fantastic. Now, remember, if you want to be successful on Etsy, you have to do your marketing yourself. It won't happen just through searches on Etsy. You need to get on social media on all the different platforms. That's why I'm on Instagram, I'm on YouTube, I'm on TikTok, I'm going to be shifting on to Clubhouse as well, guys. So if you are starting your own small business, it's very important you do your own promotion, and you got to be very regular about it. That's why you guys see me every day here on the lives. Starstuff, good morning. How are you doing? New Zealand had a massive earthquake the past week. Oh, did they? Oh dear, I'm gonna have to check that out. They copped sometimes, didn't they? Didn't they get it when Christchurch got taken out or something? Christchurch or Hamilton? Oh, I can't remember. Chasing Sugar. Haha, I'm late. Well, Chasing Sugar, I'm going to let you know, in case you don't already know, I'm also going live on YouTube, and I've been recording the whole live on YouTube. So if you're late and you wanted to hear what we were talking about, we've been talking a lot about exorcisms. So you can go back at any time. After I finish the live, I'm going to post it up onto YouTube, and it will be there for you to access at your own will. Updating 12 new comments. New Zealand had a new tsunami. Oh dear, I should check it out. Hey, also seems to increase volcanic eruptions. The Ring of Fire is waking up. The Ring of Fire in the ocean always just makes me think there's these giant rock monsters underneath the ground or something. Starstar finally had a chance to get out of a hike yesterday and work with the devil card you drew me. Get out for a hike. Good. I thought you said get out of a hike. Well, that's good. How was it? How was the hike? Waves.mp3 said, I had a horrible experience on Clubhouse. I got attacked for saying exorcisms were real. Yes. Well, I don't know. What do you do about that? Some people out there are just jerks. I mean, look, there's some things out there that I believe in, some things I don't believe in, but I'm not going to attack anyone over it. It just seems unnecessary. Is there a new collection you are working on at the moment, says Susanna? Oh, yes, there is. Let me show you. Let me show you. So we might be all familiar with this fella. I'm making this fella. Oh, look at his little alien head. Is not finished. He's a little bit more simple, but it takes less time for me to make it. And I can still kind of bring in that alien feel, and it'll be more affordable. So I'm looking to make like a few of these pieces. This is for anyone on the YouTube. I'm just making these. If you want to stay tuned to my Etsy shop, that's Twisted Vibrations Art. It'll be launched. You can also sign up to my mailing list. That's where you will get the launch information and the discounts as well when they do pop out. So when I do launch the product. So by the way, sorry, Jean-Paul, I think I've missed a couple of your questions here, so I'll just check on them now. Understood for me. Niche program, gem ceiling. I have someone who gives course package purchase. Sorry, I already read that. I am asking a million questions. That's all right. That's what I'm here for, to answer your questions. You don't have to be sorry. But what's your take on the earthbound spirits? I don't think I have a take on that one. A lot of people state the earth needed to be crossed over. Well, crossed over, in quotation marks. Well, what does that entail? What does it mean? I'm afraid I can't really go into indulge on that because divulge on that. I don't have the information. I haven't looked into it. Earthbound spirits, Carolina might, but she's not piping up.
Are they talking about ghosts?
Are you talking about ghosts? Ghosts considered earthbound spirits. By the way, I know it looks like my comments are the same length, but there's a new question, Fox. Yes. Yeah, they are all looking very similar because you're the only one commenting on YouTube. Means you don't miss out. I don't miss any of your comments. So anyone on TikTok, just so you know. Bish Say What says, when would you know that you need an exorcism? So I mentioned this one earlier in the live, Bish Say What, but it's probably when you feel like you have a blockage in one of your energy centers, being maybe one of your chakras. And if you can't accurately identify why, let's say, for example, I used this example before, maybe you are unable to give or receive love freely, and you feel like you just can't open your heart. And you can't pin it down to a past traumatic event as to why that might have happened. You might not be able to give and receive love because you were burnt in relationships in the past. Maybe your parents, maybe they didn't love you enough. And that makes sense. That wouldn't be an entity. That would be past trauma. But if you had a very stable upbringing, your parents love you very much, and you've been in stable relationships, very loving and supportive relationships, but you can't give and receive love, then that's probably when an entity is attached. And then if you are, like, say, for example, if you're a musician, if you're a singer, if you are unable to sing, suddenly one day you just can't sing. Nothing traumatic happens, no physical trauma. You didn't lose your voice from, drinking too much scotch or something. So it's when you can't really identify why and it doesn't make sense. That might be why. Thank you for putting these lives on YouTube. Mortgage, you're most welcome for that. Star Stuff says, it was a wonderful hike. First time going out since Hurricane Sally. Oh, fantastic. Did you have a good view? Waves.com says it was a pretty big healer in TikTok, healing in the community, threatening to make a thread of videos exposing me for being a fraud. Bad juju. Oh my God.
Careful with TikTok, people.
Yeah.
Careful with TikTok.
Oh my God. I don't know what's wrong with some people. Waves.com. they're threatening to, they're threatening you. They're going to expose you for being a fraud. I will almost, if someone is going to do that, they're projecting themselves, because they themselves are probably the frauds, and they just want to kind of shut other people down before they get revealed that they are the ones that are the frauds. It is projection. Block that person on every level of social media, waves.mp3. Block them before anything snowballs out of it. I do that on TikTok all the time. If anyone throws any bad vibes that way, look, I'm open for critique. I am open to critique. If someone has to criticize something, if it's done in a constructive manner, I will accept it, and I will get into the dialogue and I'll talk to people. But if someone just wants to be a jerk about it and be jerky and stuff like that, I just straight up block people, because there's no getting through to those people sometimes. Chillhoop says, so intricate, beautiful work. Oh, thank you very much. Cool. Updating 8 new comments on TikTok, and we have a new one from Jean-Paul Martin. There we go. I'll just leave that one there. That's the tricky thing with negative attachments. A lot of people blame it on mental health issues. I think they kind of cross over a little bit, to be honest. And I believe you would need a holistic approach. It would be an attachment and a mental health issue. Yes, well, you kind of confirmed what I jumped to conclusion halfway through your message there. Yes, I do think there is a bit of a crossover between mental health and emotional health and spiritual health. I think, you know, all of these bodies go together, and your physical body as well. I think a lot of these elements all do cross over. So hello, Lizzie. How are you doing? Right at the end of the live, nearly. Guys, I'm going to... Oh, Blue Mark says, I just stalked you on your YouTube. Yay. Tori says, I was worried when your live got reported. It happened just as you pulled one for me. Glad to see you. Vibing. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, guys, this is where it all kicks off, and it's going to be a little bit different. Who wants a tarot card? Go to my YouTube channel. I'm going to be pulling the cards for the people in the comments section of the YouTube channel. So just say kindly in the comments in YouTube, I would like a card of the day, and I will pull a card of the day for you. However, if you want to jump to the front of the queue, send me the glasses now, and I'll pull the 3 cards for you. You will jump to the front of the queue here. I would love a card, says Jean-Paul. I'm going to shift the phone down here because I'm going to be looking at the laptop here. So I want to see the glasses when they pop into screen. So Jean-Paul would like a card. Look at this. Elegant Witch in the house. Liz, Adron, everyone's jumping over. So I got my abilities back. Got a better one for time. Look at this. If you're jumping over onto my YouTube right now, I'm also going live on YouTube. Please jump across. Smash that like button, my friends. Follow my account. Jean-Paul has been here the whole time. So I'm going to, everyone's piling in, which is great. Here's a card for Jean-Paul. Jean-Paul, we've got the 3 of Wands. The 3 of Wands today, let's show this on TikTok. The 3 of Wands today, I'm going to just go boop, 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 boop. The comments will just be flowing on TikTok there. 3 of Wands is about taking that first step of leadership. It's really going into that. We spent the time in the 2 of Wands about really daydreaming and really thinking about what it is that we want to do with our life. And now in the 3 of Wands, we're taking that step and we're taking leadership into where we want to go. So it's about, going forward with it. It's almost kind of like the minor arcana of the Fool card, taking that leap of faith. But, you've really thought about this. This isn't just an impulsive thing. We're really taking that step into the unknown. So, Jean-Paul, don't be afraid to take that step and put that wheel into motion today. Okay, here's a challenge. How would you best explain tarot works to a skeptic? My brother is a psychologist and he does tarot. He's an academic. He's a big skeptic, but he understands the cards, and it's all about the tarot is all about having a conversation and constructing a conversation with the person and pulling out the conversation that needs to be had. There's you can do tarot that has nothing to do with divination. It's simply a conversation that helps someone speak through the issues they're going through. So I'm going to unplug my phone if the battery gets low, I'm just going to pop it right here so everything's kind of lined up here. Who have we got? More Telga says, I got my abilities back better time. I'm not sure about that. Susanna, jump across onto my YouTube if you can. If you, most people have YouTube. Please let me know if you don't have YouTube. You are one of my longest standing followers. We have one for the Elegant Witch. One for the Elegant Witch. Judgment. We've got Judgment today for the Elegant Witch. So this one's about really taking stock about the path that you've taken and where you've been, the decisions you've made for better and for worse. Really, taking stock and, not regretting the decisions you made, but understanding that everything you did has led you to where you are now. It's really reflecting on where you are on that path. You are getting close to completion on something. A big chapter is coming to a completion. So keep that one in mind. Waves.com. I don't have YouTube, sadly, but I'd love a card. Okay, I can put one for Waves.com. But if anyone has YouTube, please jump across to YouTube, smash that like button. We got the Suns for you, Wave.com. The Sun card, when you get this as a daily card, this is a fantastic card. It's basically you're going to have a good day. Look at it. It's a baby. It's a baby sitting on the back of a horse, naked in a sunflower field. You can't go wrong with that. This is just good vibes for the day. Embrace them. Just embody that feeling of joy, bring that feeling up and really get it going. Susanna, I wonder if you've shifted across onto my, Mama says she's driving. She can't switch over. I'll keep you in mind, Mama Kerr. I'll work my way through the YouTube here. We have Liz Adron. Here's a card for you, my friend. We have the Hangman. The Hangman is about allowing yourself to be in a difficult, uncomfortable situation and allowing this change to happen, allowing a shift of perspective. He hangs upside down for 30 days. I can't remember the exact story behind this, but he lets the blood rush to his head. And after 30 days, he's been there for so long. He starts to see the world differently. He starts to have a paradigm shift. So in being in this uncomfortable position and putting yourself in that uncomfortable position, you will start to see the world a little bit differently. And it's going to bring a bit of enlightenment on a topic that you may need enlightenment on. Here is a card for Mama Kerr on TikTok. If anyone is on TikTok and they do want a card, please jump across to my YouTube, which is Twisted Vibrations, also on YouTube. I am going live here as well. Here is a card for Mama Kerr. You got the Hangman as well. Do I need to explain that one again? I don't think I do. Literally was just explained there. We got Bailey Blue. How did that happen? It's just like the card just pops out again. So we got Bailey Blue would love a card. Fair enough, she says. Yeah. Bailey Blue, my friends. If anyone is on TikTok, if you send me the glasses, you will immediately get a card. Jump to a 3-card pull. Jump to the front of the line. But this one's for Bailey Blue on YouTube. This one, Bailey Blue, we have here is about balance. The Two of Pentacles is about balance. It's about managing things, and you have the ability to multitask, but don't take on too much, because if you've ever tried to juggle before, you might have been able to juggle 2 things quite easily, maybe 3 things. But if you get on to 4, 5, 6, and you really don't have that practice, it's all going to come crashing down, including those 2 things that you started with. So this is about multitasking, but it's also about keeping that balance, keeping your energy focused on what you need to focus on. And it is also, it's about prioritizing what needs to be looked at. So really keep that balance, keep that juggling, keep things moving, but don't let it come crashing down. Don't take on more than you have to. You may be tempted you may feel like, oh yeah, I got this easy. And then the phone calls start flooding in. We got Sierra Kerr would like a card. Sierra, I shuffled, I swear. Sierra Kerr, 2 of Pentacles. I'm sitting here shuffling. This is the second time that's actually happened. I'm feeling like, am I actually shuffling? What's going on? And I try, and you see, I switch between 2 different types of shuffling for this exact purpose. The shuffle and the cuts and...
Why are you so surprised when it happens? It's so normal for it to happen.
Oh, Carolina says it's normal.
Look, as much as everyone's going through something, there's also collective energy.
There's collective energy, people.
Anyone that's listening to you at the same time, it's most likely they're going through similar things. So it makes sense that similar cards come out.
Yep. Okay, we've got one for Sierra Hall. Lisa Hall. My mistake, Lisa Hall. Here is your card. We have got the Page of Wands. Now, when we get the court cards come into our daily readings, they can represent a couple things. Okay, now the pages in particular, they are the students. They're thirsty for knowledge. They want to learn things. There's real Gemini energy there. Particularly this one here. We've got a lot of creative energy. So this is about learning new, picking up new hobbies, new passions. So this is a really good one. This is really expanding on them as well. So not just new ones, but really expanding and stepping it up to the next level. So if you were juggling, maybe you were juggling balls. Now you're going to start juggling pins. Okay, that's an extreme example. But this also represents the child. So this could be a child, someone around you. This could be a student around you. And maybe you will be the teacher and you need to teach the Page of Wands, something that you are passionate about, Lisa Hall. It's about your passions. It's a lot of, joy, a lot of, what's the other word I was looking for? You get the idea. It's lost me there, but a lot of curious energy there, Lisa Hall. Resty, we got Resty. What have we got? Restei would like a card. Chill Hoop. Here's you. It happened again. It happened again.
Two of Pentacles.
No, the Page of Wands this time. Okay. Chill Hoop. You just heard the explanation. Jeez, what's going on? Anyway, Carolina says, "Fox, don't get worked up about it." Okay, let's see what else we got going here. Guys, I don't know why this is happening, but can I have a card? Says Bish, J Crystal Bish. I think every time I see the Bish, I know who it is. Okay, we've got the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles, this isn't the happiest card to have. This one represents poverty. Not exclusively. It can also represent a scarcity mentality. The Five of Pentacles can represent a scarcity mentality, which means you might not actually be poor. You might just always be thinking that you are in a place of poverty. So, you need to shift your mind, get it out of that place. But there's also the important thing to remember with this card is they are two poor people and they are walking into a church. They are looking for sanctuary. There is help out there. So even if you feel like you are down and out of your luck, you're hitting those, you've got a lot of losses that are happening in your life. You got to remember that there are people out there that are willing to help you. There are systems out there that are willing to help you. Jacqueline Page, would you like a card? Yes. But I am also broadcasting live on my YouTube channel right now, which is YouTube. It is Twisted Vibrations of the same name. Jump across there. I'm taking the card requests through YouTube. However, if you, so this is Green Bean. Yes, Green Bean. Yeah, jump across onto my, you had sleep paralysis. That's really cool. Jump across onto my YouTube. I'm going live here and I'm drawing the cards here, guys. And it's going to be recorded for you guys to listen to later as well. This will be up and recorded, the whole 2 hours of it. We've got Lynn Knoll 15 would like a card. Yes, Lil Knoll 15. Oh, we've got the 10 of everyone is welcome there. Lil Knoll, we have the 10 of Pentacles here. The 10 of Pentacles is not only about being in a place of abundance, but also sharing it with the loved ones around you. It's about sharing it with your family, sharing it with your friends, because what's the point of being rich and abundant and having all of these things in our life if we're not going to share them with the people that we love? So today is to really take stock of everything that you have and really incorporate that with your friends and your family and just sharing it. There's a lot of generosity energy that you need to embrace today. Hi, can I have a card? Please, love your energy. You most certainly can have a card, but I am taking cards only from YouTube. I am going live today from TikTok and on YouTube. So make your way over to my YouTube channel of exactly the same name, Twisted Vibrations, and ask there and I can draw a card. Unless you send me the sunglasses gift and that'll make me dance and you'll definitely get it there. So who have we got? We've got Sierra Kerr. I already drew you a card. Shannon McLaughlin. May I have a card, please? Absolutely. Shannon McLaughlin, you've got the star. The star card is about healing. Let's cover that up. We don't want to trigger the TikTok algorithm to get me banned. So the star is about healing. So if you're doing any healing modalities, Shannon, this is a day where you should really kind of pick it up. You know, don't ignore the healing today. Really work on those modalities. Is it crystal healing? Is it Reiki? Is it sound healing? Is it just doing some meditation? You really want to pay attention to that. This is major arcana. This energy is going to keep flowing for the next couple of days. So that's what you want to keep in mind. I've literally been dealt with an ex-boyfriend who's been stalking me and broke into my house when I got home. Anna Stone, that sounds heavy. If anyone would like a card, do jump onto my YouTube. My YouTube is of exactly the same name. I'm going through the names on YouTube today. So that is Twisted Vibrations on YouTube. It is all being recorded, so you can hear the whole live after the fact. Oh, this is Chaotic Neutral Mum Goblin, says Shannon McLaughlin. Oh, fantastic. Okay, well, I know who it is. I should remember this. Tilly Grace Dorking. Hi, it's Chasing Sugar. Can I get a card, please? Absolutely. Look at this. You got the Page of Wands. Tilly Grace, do I need to go into more detail about this? We already spoke about the Page of Wands once, and then we pulled it a second time. And guys, there's a lot of student energy. There's a lot of curious, passionate energy out there. We're looking for hobbies. We're looking to expand our hobbies and really get into a different level of it, really expand on it. Are you the kind of person that likes to sketch? Maybe you want to start using different pens, colored pens instead of pencils. Maybe you want to start, shifting into dot art, which would go into stick and poke tattoos. This is the Page of Pentacles. Sorry, this is the Page of Wands kind of an energy. Tommy Rupee, can I have a card, please? Absolutely. You just got a jumper. Stop. All right, here we go. Guys, these things are, they're coming out and repeating today, and I'm no longer surprised when it happens. So Tommy Rupee, this is a star card. This is about healing. This is, so if you're doing any healing modality, whether that would be sound healing, crystal healing, Reiki, or anything like that, that's what you want to do today. This is the kind of energy that's going to keep carrying on for a while, and you have good chance of, if you start embracing this energy, you have good chance of making the differences, really, really making an improvement. So, hey, y'all, says Marissa. Good to see ya. Jay Crystal Bish. I'd like to explain to my other half that it helps to bring out the subconscious by starting a conversation on points that the cards can represent. This is absolutely true. Remember to cover the star. I did, Bish. I did. I'm actually reading your comments on both platforms here. So we've got Nika Merska. Hey, one card about this situation that's coming. Nika, I don't know about your situation. I can pull you a card and we can see how that applies anyway. Nika Merska, what have you got? Okay, whatever situation it is, you want to be fair in how much it is you're helping others and how much you're receiving yourself. This is about giving and receiving and being fair about it. If you give too much to somebody, Nika, this person may rely on you and they will not develop the skills to provide for themselves. So you can help them, but help them help themselves. Don't just provide for them. Also, this is the same for you in receiving. If you're receiving too much help, you've got to question yourself. Do I deserve all this help that I'm getting? Can I do this myself? Why is somebody giving all this stuff to me? Why is this, it was always a saying that I learned in Taekwondo. Thank you for Tommy, says Toru. So something in Taekwondo that we learned was never to give or receive a gift when in doubt. What does that mean? If you start getting showered by gifts from somebody and they're like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just enjoy all these beautiful gifts. Diamond ring, gold watch, new car. And then you start questioning, what does this person want from me? Then they turn around and they say, hey, remember all those things I gave you? Now I want a favor from you. That is giving and receiving a gift when in doubt. Receiving gifts when in doubt. Be sure about that. So, Nika, do be sure about that. Toru, I'm not sure what you mean by thank you. Thank you, Fox. Tommy. Oh, are you Tommy on YouTube? Mortega, that was the second part of my comment that you read. So just for anyone that is finding me on YouTube, maybe you haven't met me on TikTok before. When I start pulling the cards a lot on, I start doing the pulling the cards. my mind is bouncing around the place and I might be losing spot on where people are commenting and stuff like that. This is just what happens. So, Susanna, did I pull you a card? I can't remember if I pulled you a card. I'm gonna just. I'm trying to swipe on the screen. How many comments have I got down here? Amanda always from TikTok. Can I have a card? I'll just check with you, Susanna, in a bit. I'm not sure if I pulled you a card already, so just let me know in the comments. Yes, so here's one for you, Amanda always. We have got the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands. This one's representing unfinished business. What have you not finished, Amanda? You need to put that last stick in place. You need to put that last piece in place. If you don't, it's going to be sitting in the back of your mind. It's going to be playing with you. It's going to start causing anxiety. Oh, I didn't get this job done. Oh, Finish what you started. What is it? What is it, Amanda? Dangerous Diva. Message retracted. Oh, what did you say? You retracted a message? That's a bit strange. Sierra, lol. David and Ali Tuska came in late today, but one for husky lettuce, only if there's time, of course. One for husky lettuce. You got the moon. The moon is about shadow work. It's about bringing the darkness into the light. It's really about digging up that stuff in the subconscious. What are these things that we got to do to dig into the subconscious? We've got to start doing our meditation. We've got to start doing our healing. The shadow work and healing go hand in hand. We're working in the light, we're working in the dark. The brighter the light, the darker the shadow. We have to remember this as we continue down the spiritual path. Husky lettuce. Hey yo, hi, I'm Rodrigo Meja. Oh, from YouTube, already subscribed and asked for a card. Haha. I'm taking all requests for cards on my YouTube channel, guys. YouTube of the same name, Twisted Vibrations. I'll also mention, if someone is looking for a tarot reading, please drop me a message on my Instagram for a private reading. Private readings go anywhere from like an hour to 2 hours. They're 33 euros. That's 40 American dollars. That's 50 Australian dollars. That's 28 or 29 English pounds. Contact me. Send me a message on my Instagram, and we'll sort something out. It also comes with a guided meditation as well. It's a grounding and protection meditation, which you can continue to use as often as you like. So yeah, do check that one out. Wow, such great insight and so spot on. There you go. So hit me up if you do want to get a private reading, guys. Nicole says, hi, I'm Green Bean from TikTok. Can I have a card? Absolutely, Nicole, but I have no recollection of Green Bean on my TikTok. The names and usernames are really strange there. I think I skipped a few people. I will go back. So one for you, Green Bean. The Fool, yes. The Fool is amazing. I love The Fool. It's about taking that leap of faith into the unknown. We are unconditioned about what it is we are about to embark on. We don't know, but it's in the unknown where we have full potential to create our reality, what it is we want. So don't be afraid. Something comes up today, whatever project, whatever mission, whatever journey it is you are about to embark on. Don't question it. Just go for it. Trust your instincts. Trust your intuition. We have one, Sandy Alice. I skipped you, but I'm jumping back. So here's one for Sandy Alice, my friends. Sandy Alice, what have we got? We got the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is about attachment. Don't hold on to anything too tight. You hold on to it too tight and it squeezes through your fingers and it gets away from you. This is about possessions. If you see a beautiful rose growing from a bush, you might be tempted to clip that rose, take it inside and put it in a vase. It'll eventually die because that's not where it belongs. You were greedy. You took it for yourself. You wanted to hold on to it for yourself, but then it died before its time. It's better off just to leave that rose growing in the bushes to just be by itself and live its life. And every day you can walk by it and you can still appreciate it. Be aware of your attachments and what it is you feel like you need to possess. Revolt Magazine. I'd love a card if you have the time, Jenna. Absolutely. I can pull a card for you. Let's have a look. Let's have a look what we got for you, Revolt Magazine. Queen of Wands. Yes, Queen of Wands. She's a bloody hoot. She knows how to have a good time. She's a creative person. She's got an art studio and she's going crazy. She's the kind of person that like gets a paintbrush and just throws it at the canvas, literally just to see what happens. She's really flowing with her emotions. She's channeling her emotions. She's really just like going with it and just creating stuff. It can be art. She's got a whole bunch of crazy, you know, ideas she's putting out there. She's really passionate person. She really knows how to enjoy the pleasures of life. She's got a lot of hobbies and she's a sexy bitch too. So like really embrace this. She's super friendly too. So is this you or is this one of your friends? Is this your mum? Is this your auntie? Who knows? Try and embrace that energy today. She's a bloody hoot. Quote Fox. She is a bloody hoot. What have we got here? Who was that? Revolt Magazine. Chloe, Nicole, I did you. Rodrigo Major. Low power on my phone. Lost connection. Low power on my phone. My TikTok is about to kind of bum out on me. I'm gonna move my phone, guys. Okay, you guys are back up here, I suppose. I can't see you too well, but if you do want a card on TikTok, if you send me the gift, which is the sunglasses, you will immediately jump to the front of the queue. Rodrigo Major. I'm here from TikTok. I love your readings, but can I have a card? I'm actually a tarot reader, but I love another perspective. Rodrigo Major, I really do find that it is important to get readings, if you are a tarot reader, to get readings from other people. Yeah, it's hard to be objective for yourself, I find. You guys, I got to hide this from TikTok. Look at this TikTok. Yes, I'm covering up the naked people on the lovers card. Don't ban me. Yes, you got the lovers. Maybe I can do this on YouTube. Let's see what happens. Yes, so we've got the lovers here. This one is about, well, I mean, you know what it is. You're a tarot reader, but, you know, is this about having that loved one in your life that you need to express with? You need to share your love with that person? Or maybe is this about just that self-love? Is this about finding that union between the masculine and the feminine within yourself? Maybe you are not in a relationship. Maybe you already love yourself. Maybe you got a crush. Maybe today is the day to just send a message and say, hey, how's things? Do you want to go on for a walk? Do you want to go out for a walk today? You know, just see how that's going. I would love a card. Mimlanda 327. I'm actually drawing the cards on my YouTube channel, Mimlanda. If you jump across onto my YouTube, Twisted Vibrations, same name as it is on TikTok, send me a message through there, and that's where I'm taking the requests now. So jump across there, or you can send me the sunglasses gift, and I'll definitely pull it straight away. Guys, I'm now just dropping to the bottom of the comments in YouTube. I'm just looking at the bottom of the comments. The first person to ask for a card gets a card. I'm just pulling them a bit random now. I'm not doing it chronologically. It's all random. So I'm looking at Kayla Jacobson's. Yes, yeah, from TikTok. Username is Anna Stone 69, by the way. Kayla Jacobson. That's not a request for a card, but Mia Martini, La Regina della Musica Italiana. My name is Stefano. Could I get a card? Yes, you can get a card, Stefano. What have we got for you, Stefano? This is almost like the minor arcana of the lovers card. This one is about Susanna. Yeah, I'm drawing you a card next. Stefano, this one is about pretty much the minor arcana. It's about that love. It's sharing the emotions. It's very much about sharing those emotions with other people and being intimately sharing those emotions, having the deep and meaningful conversations, building those connections between the masculine and the feminine. So it's very similar to that reading I was just done about the lovers card. So do keep that one in mind. So work with that. Susanna, I'm getting you a card. I'm so sorry that you've kind of like, just like, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? You just kind of fell to the wayside. Oh, sorry. Can I have a card, please? Kayla Jacobson. Yes. But I'm going to put one for Susanna first. One of my all-time, long-time followers. This one, Susanna. We've got the star. How's your healing journey going, Susanna? TikTok, don't ban me. I'm covering the naked person. How is your healing journey going? If it is on its way, if you are working, no problem, she says. Really get onto it. whatever it is it the crystal healing? Is it the meditation? Is it the affirmations? Is it the sound healing? Get onto that because it's going to benefit you very much to really get back onto that today, guys. So onto that one today, Susanna. Anyone, if you're on YouTube, if you're on the YouTube live right now, smash that like button. I've got 13 people and only 6 likes. Go for it, guys. It's my birthday. Savage, hola. How are you doing, my friend? I'm on YouTube right now at exactly the same time. So do jump across onto YouTube if you do want to get a card. That's where you want to ask, make the requests. YouTube is the same name as it is on TikTok. Twisted Vibrations. You can find me. Thanks, Fox, Susanna says. That's all right. What have we got? Kayla Jacobson says, oh, can I have a card? Yes, you can have a card. Justice. Whatever is going on today, Kayla, is you've got to be fair about it. You've got to consider both sides of the coin. You've got to try and remove your emotions from the decisions you make today. Be very logical and really consider where the other people are coming from. Okay, you can bring your emotions into it, but it's not about you today. It's about the other parties. Maybe you are stuck in between two people and you have to be that person. You have to be that moderate middle ground for people. Be fair with whatever it is you do. Do consider it all. So be righteous in your decision today. Hello, everyone on TikTok. Dropping down to only 8 people on TikTok. Everyone's jumping across onto YouTube, I guess. Seems happier with the YouTube lives. It's a big screen. I see the whole screen like this. Gladison Ramos is asking for a card. Yes, Gladison Ramos, you can have a card. Ooh, yes, you got the Death card. The Death card is a great card. I do like this one. The Death card is the end of old cycles and the beginning of new. Now, like death is the end of a cycle. It's the life cycle coming to an end. But death can also be the cycle of other things. It could be the end of the cycle of suffering. It could be the end of the cycle of perhaps a bad relationship. It could be the end of a good relationship. It's really hard to say when death comes around. But the thing is, you really want to embrace it. You want to let it go, because what happens when death comes, it opens a door for something new, rebirth. So embrace the death. It's a natural process that has to happen. So yeah. Guys, quite a diva. Guys, tap on the screen if you sent Fox likes for the live. Diva, I actually don't think that works. There's no analytical evidence out there that actually says if you tap on the screen, it does anything for the algorithm on TikTok. Diva, have I pulled you a card? You're not on my YouTube. That's okay, but I will make sure to pull you a card. You've been around. I wrote down your name in my diary today, Diva, to make sure I do make your custom piece. It is there. It's on the schedule. I have not forgotten about you. Oh, you're most welcome, Gladys Ramos. Noah Dalla. Oh, I switched over. Can I get a card pulled for my birthday? Yes, Noah. No cards for me, says Quite a Diva. That's all right. Guys, if you do want to get a private reading from me, hit me up on my Instagram. That's twisted.vibrations. So just put the dot in there. It's very important. Twisted.vibrations. Hit me up there. Send me a message. I do it for 33 euros. That's 40 American dollars. That's 50 Australian dollars and 29 British pounds. It also comes with a guided meditation, which I've recorded with my friends, grounding and protection meditation. So if you do want one, hit me up. I can fit you in my schedule. We'll make something happen. Also, guys, I have an Etsy shop. I make these really cool necklaces. Look at this alien head that I made. Let's show the YouTube screen. So that's something I made. That's available on my Etsy store. This was a collection that I released recently. This is amazonite and labradorite. I can't quite get that flash. There's a really nice flash in that labradorite. So find me on Etsy, which is Twisted Vibrations Art. That's where you will find me. Diva says, you can't see the likes, but we can see it on screen when it happens. Oh, okay. That just kind of gets everyone involved. It gets everyone psyched, doesn't it? So Noah Dalla says, I just switched over. Can I get a card pulled for my birthday? Yes, you can, Noah Dalla. Here you go. And happy birthday. Did I already pull you a card, Noah? I get distracted so easily. I kind of lose track.
Birthday, you can pull him 2 cards.
Okay, here's another card. I can't remember if you got the death card as well or whether that was somebody else. But if you also... Noah Dalla. Okay, there you go. You got the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles, he's very grounded. He really knows how to handle his money. Hello, Byron Gomez. How are you doing? He really knows how to handle his money, and he really knows how to, like, handle his property. He's a man of... He knows how to get his hands dirty. He's a master gardener. He's a master builder. He really brings things into this reality. He's working in this reality. He's very grounded. He's very structured in what he does. There's a lot of that energy. It could be a father as well. It could be an older figure in your life. Maybe someone's coming into your life. It could be a father. It could be an uncle. It could be an older brother. It could be a woman as well, but either way, it's going to be a very masculine energy. And that masculine energy does come with that strong structures, comes with that routine and that discipline that comes with the kings. So, yes. So excited for my order, Sierra Car. Which one did you order? I think you had a different name on it. I'm trying to remember. I've also got to post off a few pieces at the post office today. I've got 3 orders that I need to post off today. I got a Moldavite piece that was purchased. Sierra, you do ring a bell. I'm trying to remember. I have to check on my Etsy shop there. Quite a Diva says, we can write on Insta. I have no idea. Questions and suggestions for the pieces. What do you mean? Byron Gomez. Yes, I can pull a card for you. I made a bunch of people jump over onto my YouTube for this. But yes, Byron, I'll pull you a card too. Why not? You got the King of Swords today. King of Swords today is all about, again, it's another king energy. It's more of that masculine, fatherly energy. It's very grounded. It's a very structured, very disciplined energy. But he's also very intelligent. He's very studious. He's read a lot of books and he knows how to communicate his ideas very clearly. And he's got good ideas. So if this person comes into your life today, again, maybe he might be a father. He might be an older brother. He might be an uncle, a cousin or something. There will be a lot of that masculine energy, and he's probably got some good ideas. Do pay attention to them, guys. So, sorry, my friend Byrana. I'm going to pull one more card. Star Stuff, of course. The agate, yes. I am going to pull one more card. I'm so pumped that my necklace is on the way. Husky lettuce, yes. Yes, so I've had a lot of people on my lives, whether on TikTok or YouTube, they've bought pieces from me. They've got them. They've been very happy with them. They've also had tarot readings from me. If anyone's had a tarot reading from me, just leave a little thing in the comments saying, yeah, they're great. So yes, I'm going to pull one more card today. This is going to be my card, but if you want this card to be your card, you can claim it. So claim it in the comments now, and let's see what we've got in store for today. Oh, there's the Lovers. I guess I'll give Carolina a kiss today. I won't hold that card up for too long. I'll give her a hug too. Why not?
Yay! You make it sound like you never do.
Yeah. We know what this one is. 10 out of 10 on the reading, says Amanda. Thank you very much for that review. So guys, I do the tarot readings. Do hit me up on Instagram if you want a private reading. The Elegant Winch says DM'd you on Insta to book a reading. Excited to hear back from you. You will indeed. I'll probably have a cigarette and have a coffee before I message you back, Elegant Witch. So be patient. I'll get back with you. Husky Lettuce says tarot reading was spot on. Bish Say What says the reading and the guided meditation that comes with it is amazing, guys. Look at that. That's thank you for dropping out the testimonials. I loved my reading, says Shannon. Incredibly accurate, intuitive. Thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate that. Carolina is launching her pendulum course. If you do want to improve your pendulum skills, guys, get onto her Instagram. Find her there. That is transcending.healing. You will find her there. Sign up, pre-order it to get it for half price. This is going to be, we were talking about the pendulum quite a bit earlier today. So I'm going to head off. Thanks for everyone joining. If you are on TikTok and you've just jumped on and you're like, oh, gee, I just missed Fox. Fox is doing the videos on YouTube as well. They were going live on YouTube. They are recorded and they'll be there for you to listen to right now. So thanks very much, guys. Leave a like. Leave a comment as well. If you're getting to the end of this live, leave a comment. I'll read the comments And it will be the first thing I answer in tomorrow's episode of my lives. So it's all going to be there. I'm here for y'all. I hope y'all have a fantastic day. Big love hearts coming through on TikTok. The love hearts ain't coming through on Instagram. It's hard to actually tell how many, on YouTube. It's hard to tell how many people are actually on the live here. I'll figure that one out though. Carolina and I will have a brilliant rest of our day. Ciao, ciao, ciao. Big love, people. As I turn off TikTok, ending now, and I end stream. Goodbye. Thanks, Diva, Mota, Dave and Annie, and